What's up, guys? Carolina Jackpot coming at you. July the 10th, 2021. It's brutally hot in South Carolina today. I know we say that every summer, but today it's exceptionally awful. And usually on days like this, I don't mind getting out and doing yard work. Dude, I went out there today. I pulled up 3 garden boxes that had squash plants in them because they're not producing like they were. I'm going to plant some pumpkins. And I had to give up on it. I didn't get the seeds planted. I'm going to mow my backyard and all that good stuff, but I'm going to wait till like after 6 o'clock tonight to do that because it's too hot. If you're a laborer, a landscaper, or something like that today, God bless you, because it's excruciating. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of Gatorade. Drink some water, some liquid bread, or whatever floats your boat. Just don't get overheated today because it's bad if you're in the South. Anyway, getting into today's video, it's kind of a hodgepodge of stuff today, but I did want to tell you guys, I've added a link down in the description box I'll put on each one of my videos. If you want to donate to this channel or you want to help out the Rob and Kel Show, click the PayPal link and use that. The super chats, they're wonderful. I appreciate them a lot, but guys, 100% of that money does not go to us. If you send us $10, we get 5 of it. Google steals the other 5. Google is already rich enough, okay? They are already rich enough. They're sitting in a palatial palace somewhere out there in the Silicon Valley, California, and they don't have shit to worry about. So stop sending them half your money. Just stop doing it. Do PayPal. That way, Carolina Jackpot and Rob Sanders get half of your love. Get 100% of your love, excuse me, not half of it. Anyway, I also wanted to let you know that down in the description box below there, there's going to be a link to a video that I guess I meant to upload it back in November of 2018, but for some reason I marked it as private. It's like a 30-second long clip. I don't know why I didn't upload it, and I don't know what team or fan base I was railing on, but it's pretty funny. So click that link down there too to view some more of Carolina Jackpot's video gold, and it's all video gold, because this is the best South Carolina Gamecocks YouTuber on the internet or on YouTube, bar none. No bones about it. I wanted to get into a couple of things today. First, some Gamecock news and things that bother me, and then we are going to do a little video at the end. We're going to do a comment on the comments, some mean tweet receipts, and good stuff like that. I've watched that many times over on the Uncle Lou channel. I'm sure you guys have seen it too. I wasn't sure Uncle Lou wouldn't mind us borrowing this format for a video here. I mean, he don't have a monopoly on it or anything, and I would like to see more of those from Uncle Lou, but you know, he's a busy dude and there's only so many hours in a day, so he hadn't put one out in a while. But we're going to comment on some of the more colorful comments that I've received here on the channel in the past, I don't know, 2-3 months or whatever. There's plenty of them, and we're going to kind of lash back at these folks today. But I wanted to get into talking about, first of all, there's this young man that committed yesterday to Miami. This Chris Graves kid, he's a 4-star athlete from the south part of Florida, and he commits to Miami over the Gamecocks, LSU, and I think it was Florida. He had a offer from it. He put it on the table there. I mean, guys, I mean, a lot of Gamecock fans are kind of pissed off because we found out that he was friends, not really friends, but I guess you could say J.C. Horn was like a mentor to him. Former Gamecock first-round Carolina Panthers draft pick. Don't forget that first-round draft pick. And J.C. kind of steered him, I think, a little bit towards Miami, because Tavarius Robinson, former Gamecocks defensive coordinator, who was just a big bag of shit as far as a defensive coordinator goes, I think he's the DB coach down there. I don't believe he's the defensive coordinator at Miami. I don't think Manny Diaz is as stupid as Will Muschamp, but then again, maybe he is. I don't know. A lot of Gamecock fans are kind of pissed about that he didn't try to get this kid to come to South Carolina. Well, I didn't really follow his recruitment a lot. And a lot of these fan bases say, I don't follow recruiting. Well, I do, because I want to know what's going on. I mean, I don't get my hopes up on anybody too much, but I want to know what's going on. Who we could potentially have on our team in 2 to 3 years that's going to help us. South Carolina was kind of a little recruiting battle there for this kid. He's an athlete. Looks like he's going to play defensive back in college, but also a good wide receiver in high school down there in the south part of Florida. And people were like, well, JC kind of shit on South Carolina because he didn't steer him our way. Okay, first of all, JC already shit on South Carolina when he quit on the team in the middle of the year last year. He had actually quit on the team before Will Muschamp was let go. That performance at Ole Miss was absolutely abysmal. He should be embarrassed by that. But my thing is, nowadays, and you got to look at it from the perspective of the kid, he's just looking up to someone that is someone that he aspires to be like that. I mean, these kids, yeah, it's the me generation, and they're all about going to the NFL now. They're not all about anymore who can I develop relationships with that are going to be long lasting, and what school can I develop a relationship with, and the alumni and the fans to love me forever. They're not about that anymore. They're about, what can I do to get in the league and make some money and as quick as I can. That's just facts, guys. I know a lot of people don't want to hear facts because they kind of hurt your feelings, but it is what it is. Do I think J.C. Horn's a bad guy? No, I don't. I do think that he kind of shit on the team last year when he quit. But, I mean, I forgave him because, you know what? Debo Samuel shit on the team a few years ago, too, when he didn't play in the bowl game. Then he turns around and plays in the Senior Bowl just because it's a showcase for the NFL draft. I forgave him, too. I still follow the 49ers, and I hope he does well. I mean, they're all Gamecocks, whether what they did at the end doesn't matter. It's what they did on the field. It's what they did on the fucking field. I mean, they came here, they proved themselves, and that's it. I mean, it's a new day. It's a new generation. These kids are not, they're not breaking the mold. They're just kind of following, what people have been doing for the past 3-4 years. And that's just it. They're like, well, Stephon Gilmore's recruiting players to South Carolina. Yeah, they do. Stephon Gilmore last played here in like 2009, 2010. That was a different generation. I mean, he kind of bridges the gap between, the old generation of the, more of let me do what's best for my team instead of let's do what's best for me. He kind of bridges both those gaps, and I like him too. He's a great Gamecock as well and a great NFL player. But I'm not going to besmirch or bemoan J.C. Horn for steering this kid toward Tavares Robinson. Many times you'll see a lot of these players develop a father-son type relationship, or a big brother, little brother type relationship with their coaches, because a lot of these guys, I mean, and it's just facts, the way that the world is nowadays, as far as the home life and the parental element, a lot of these dudes don't have a strong father figure at home. They don't, man. Football coach, basketball coach, favorite teacher, the guidance counselor, these people become dad. So, not saying that's the case with J.C. Horn, but you get what I'm saying. Maybe it was the case with this other young man. I don't know him. But, that's not something to really bury one of your former players about. Let them do their thing and let them enjoy their successes. Much luck to this young man at the University of Miami. We don't play them, not for a while anyway. I think they're on South Carolina's schedule in about 5 years. So when we play them, fuck them. But as for right now, I hope you do well. I hope you go out and win the ACC Coastal this year and or next year. Whenever you're going to start playing, you mash some Clemson. Shit. Mash some Tigers. Next thing I want to talk about, a lot of our fans have been kind of tweeting at and retweeting stuff, and that's the thumbnail that I posted. This young man, this Oscar Delp, right now he's a tight end from West Forsyth High School. It's like in the metro Atlanta area somewhere. Nation's number 83 ranked player. If you want to look at the 24/7 composite, he's like the number 3 tight end in the country. And he looks to me, from watching his game film, to be more of a Kyle Pitts type tight end. The one who is more athletic and can make a lot of catches in space, has a lot of speed, more so than one of those guys who's just really basically an extra offensive lineman. South Carolina's huge position of need hasn't always been tight end. Seems like we've always developed the tight end position decent. It's been decent. We got Nick Muse coming back this year. He's a decent player. I'd say he's fringing on an above average player. That's about as far as I go with it. He's not an all conference type player, not first team anyway. And this guy, this Delp, if South Carolina were to be able to land him, he would be the highest rated recruit for 2022. Right now, South Carolina's sitting here around number 16, I think, nationally, and everybody's beating their chest over it. I was beating my chest over it last week a little bit, but then I got and sat back and looked at it a little bit. You know, our star ranking is not as high as Kentucky, Missouri, Arkansas. These three teams all have around the same amount of commitment to South Carolina, yet they have landed more 4 stars than South Carolina. And now you're going to say, well, stars don't matter. Look at what Connor Shaw did at South Carolina. Stars don't matter. Look at what so-and-so did at what Lincoln School. Whatever. As a law of averages, the higher your star ranking, the more potential you have, the more NFL potential you have, the better of a player you're going to be in college, and that all floats downhill, and the better your team is going to be. I mean, those are just facts. I mean, look at what Clemson's been doing over the past fucking 8-9 years. Look at what Ohio State and Georgia. Look at what LSU's done. I mean, these are facts. I mean, the numbers bear themselves out. The higher the star ranking. Oh, I forgot to throw Alabama in there too, didn't I? You know that Alabama has only like 6 commitments right now? Yeah, like one of them is a 5-star. They have more 4-star. They have more, more than that. It's like 4 4-star, 4 5-star. My God, I'm getting confused here, and I'm not even drunk yet. They have way more 5-stars. I think it's 4 than they do 3-stars. I think they've landed 1 3-star. This is what elite programs do. That's what South Carolina aspires to be. There's no reason why South Carolina can't become an elite program one day, but it's going to take some work. I like the fact that we're pulling in a lot of players. I like what Shane Beaver's doing, and don't get me wrong, I am not criticizing him one bit. In 2021, he is busting his ass. His coaches are busting their asses, and they are getting some dudes, man. They are getting some dudes that would not have committed to the program last year, because our recruiting class last year sucked ass before Will Muschamp even was shown the door. It was one of the lower rating recruiting classes that we'd ever had, and one of the lowest rated in the SEC ever. So he's moving the needle in the right direction. I just wish it could be a little bit faster. With the Oscar Delp thing, some of the fans, a lot of the fans actually have been tweeting at him. There's a hashtag We Want Delp movement. As you see in the thumbnail, there were some fans that were at the beach last week. I guess they were bored from a day of drinking or whatever. They built a We Want Delp sandcastle. I mean, it's cute, it's cool, it's funny, but at the same time, I just don't necessarily know that I agree with doing that. He has said that Georgia, Michigan, South Carolina, and Clemson are his damn leaders right now. Fucking Clemson. Yeah, I mean, that would be the highest rated kid they've had. I'm not going to shit on that. But if they don't get him, it's not going to break my heart. Right now, most of his crystal balls are steering him towards Georgia. And while those things have been known to be wrong multiple times, I mean, being from Georgia, you got to kind of think, I don't know. But I would just cool it with all that stuff. I really would. Because here's the reason why. It just makes his head about this fucking big. Even though he is a good player and he deserves it. I've watched the film. He is really good. If you don't get him, and the probability of South Carolina not getting the guy is pretty good. It's pretty good that you're not going to get him. You're going to be really pissed off. And then there's going to be that one fan, if we do get him, is going to say, well, it's my sandcastle that put him over the top. Well, it was the little sign that I put in the front of my pizza restaurant down in Columbia, that instead of where it said, we want help, because I really do need help, because I got to scale my hours back, because I can't get nobody to show up for work, I put a We Want Delp sign there. That's what got him to come to Columbia. No, that's not what got him to come to Columbia, if he did, or if he does. But I would just cool it with all that stuff. Don't be tweeting at guys that are like 17 years old, man. They don't even, some of them don't even have a lot of hair on their peaches yet. And we're sitting here, you know, trying to fill their heads with all this nonsense. I would like us to let the school and what we've done on the field, those accomplishments, speak for themselves. But you got to start somewhere. Clemson never had to start tweeting at Trevor Lawrence to come to Clemson, or at least I don't believe they did. But Georgia's tweeting at this kid. They're tweeting there. They got a We Want Delp movement too going on. So even if you're a elite program that recruits at an elite level, you still do crazy shit like this. Anyway, let's get to those comment on the comments. Look at this old Carolina Jackpot video gold. Here comes the first one. Here's one from a video I did on a Tennessee Volunteers picks and predictions from just a few days ago, which, by the way, garnered me the most thumbs down that I've had in quite some time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is from Jumbo, 2 words, first name, last name, I guess. Over on YouTube, he says, I'm a Tennessee fan, and I think it's more likely for Tennessee to go at 11-1 for the Vols to lose to the Doors. What a joke. I'll say this, the Vols will have a better record than your beloved South Carolina Gamecocks. Bank it. We beat South Carolina. We beat Kentucky. We beat Vandy, of course. We have a good chance to beat Missouri. We have a good shot at beating Ole Miss. I also think the Vols beat Pitt. Tennessee will finish 9-3. Go back and read this at the end of next season. My prediction for Carolina is 4-8. Best of luck.
First of all, we are banking on the Vols to go 9-3. But you have a good chance to beat Missouri. You have a good chance to beat Ole Miss. Okay, well, where's the 9-3 come into play? Because you're not beating Georgia, you're not beating Alabama, you're not beating Florida, you're not beating any of these teams. I mean, have you been living under a rock since 2015 and the last time you were relevant in the national poll when you had Josh Dobbs over there throwing the ball all over the place and, you know, you were somewhat looked like a contender in the East? Just stop it. Just stop. Why do you think that it is so just an out-of-this-world prediction that I picked Vanderbilt to beat you? Doesn't Vanderbilt own a winning record over you the last 5 years? I think they do. Just stop it. Please just stop. You're making yourself look dumb, and you're setting yourself up for a lot of disappointment in the future.
Over on a YouTube video where I was crowing about Shane Beamer's recruiting, Queasy Harrison says, remember when you thought Beamer was a bad hire? To which I responded, I do. Keep reminding me. Not posting this one up to do on this comment, but I just wanted to bring it into context and go on ahead and admit it. Yes, I was very upset by the hire of Shane Beamer in November. I thought that it was not well thought out, or early December, I should say. Didn't think it was well thought out. I thought they just grabbed him without really giving a lot of guys a chance to interview, which, I mean, I'm not in the athletic department, and I'm not Ray Tanner, so I don't know exactly what all went on with that. But, yeah, I was not really in the camp of this guy has never been a coordinator. He's never been a head coach at any level, but, hey, let's give him the keys to the Cadillac. But, you know, when you sit back and look at it, and I kind of educated myself about him a little bit more than what I had. And after I heard him speak on many occasions, got just fell in love with the guy. Fell in love with his enthusiasm, fell in love with his background, and fell in love with what he's going to be able to bring to the program. So, yeah, I was wrong, I think. I hope I was wrong. On a live recording of the Rob and Kell Show several weeks ago, Barry Anderson says, 45-21, Dogs roll Clemson September 4th, just like it was in 2014. Under Dabo, by the way, LOL. This dog victory will put the all-time head-to-head numbers with Dogs/Clemson at, oh yeah, 43-18-4. The MJ says, and that's the name of the YouTube subscription, the MJ says, from a Tiger to a Gamecock, please do not say irregardless. It is not a word, just regardless, as in regardless of how you use the word. Thanks for not being a total hater. I must be at the wrong place. I thought this was YouTube, the comment section. I thought it was college football, guys having fun, talking shit, drinking beer. Good times. Not singing English. My bad. Over on the Tennessee video for a couple days ago, Vol State says, "You are a troll, Cale."
No, I'm actually not a troll. I put a lot of work into these season previews and predictions, and I give you my unbiased opinion on them. I think this is how these teams are going to end up finishing, regardless of, whether you like it or not. I mean, once again, facts hurt feelings, and there were obviously a lot of hurt feelings after that video. It's fine. We'll put it on Rob's bookcase of accountability and see where it lands at the end of the season.